Hi, my name is Joey Hollback. I'm with Crop Advantage here in Southeast Ohio. Today we're in Muskingum County, southern Muskingum County in Duncan Falls, Ohio. We're planting some corn today. We just got started about Tuesdays when we all started. Last week we had about 2.5 inches of rain to 2 inches depending on where you fell. And what's kind of interesting this year is everybody seems to be starting a little bit later than they'd like to, but we've got a good stretch of dry weather here today. Super dry on the soil. It's finally warming up. We got some heat today and yesterday, so the soil temperatures are getting up, and it seems like everybody's rolling across the state here. So we're out here today. We're getting started planting here, and one thing we always want to do is make sure we get out of the tractor and we check our seed depth across the field. That's not just a one time a year, first time planting type of thing. That's once every field at least, at a minimum. Every field is going to have a different compaction level or soil type. Some people farm a lot of clay knolls, a lot of people farm river bottoms or both, big flat fields where you got 5 inches of topsoil, a foot of topsoil. It's all going to vary. How you maintain good placement of your seed and good seeding depth is downforce. We got to maintain the correct amount of downforce going across the field. So when you're talking about planting depth and what's the right amount of planting depth, what inch, where at, I think that is depending on your operation. A lot of people plant at 2 inches, some people plant corn 1 3/4 inches. Everybody's got their own little happy medium. But as far as I'm concerned, whatever your depth is fine, but you got to keep it at that depth. We don't want inconsistent planting depth. If we have an inconsistent planting depth across our field, we're going to get uneven emergence. If we have uneven emergence, go back to my last videos last year where we did the flag test on day length of emergence and look at the correlation in day 1 to day 5 plant emergence as far as height, growth, and overall ear potential. To maintain that good planting depth, we have to maintain downforce on the row unit. We got to keep this row unit in the ground 100% of the time. We don't want it chattering up and down. We want to see it even across the field. Another thing you want to check when our planter is lowered is our parallel arm height. They're called parallel arms for a reason. They need to be parallel with one another. Our toolbar, when it's lowered completely to the ground and in the planting position, our row unit and our parallel arm should be a straight line. That's how we want it going across the field. There's multiple different types of form of downforce and able to maintain that levelness. This particular planter has Delta Force by Precision Planting. It's an individual downforce control system that's operated on hydraulics. Each row unit is telling the system how much weight it is carrying on the gauge wheels, and if we're losing ground contact or have too much ground contact. Delta Force adjusts itself on an individual row basis to maintain good ground contact 100% of the time. If we just filled this planter up with seed, these are 3 bushel hoppers, we got 2 200-gallon liquid tanks on it. That's a lot of dead weight we're carrying. This system will actually pick the row unit up if it's carrying too much downforce but still maintain good ground contact. On the opposite end of that, when our liquid tanks are empty and our 3 bushel hoppers are empty, we don't have a lot of that dead weight anymore. Your spring downforce systems are the same 100% of the time, whether you're loaded or empty. Delta Force can apply enough force to go to 400 pounds on each row unit. So you're guaranteed to maintain 100% ground contact all the time. So this year in Region 3, the AnswerPlot's actually relocating to Coshocton, Ohio, in between Newcomerstown and Coshocton, right there on right off of Route 36. And this year as well on the new AnswerPlot and at the new location, Crop Advantage is going to have its own little block within the demo area of the AnswerPlot where we're going to do some stuff on emergence, some stuff on skips and multiples, and just some real good demos for you guys to come out and see. So this year, just like last year, we're going to have a bunch of trials that go throughout the entire growing season. Most of these will take to yield. Hopefully you guys get a chance to go out to an AnswerPlot this year, whether that be in Western Ohio or Eastern Ohio. And hopefully you guys stay tuned, follow us throughout the rest of the season. And I think you'll actually see Jonah Neal on a TikTok pretty soon. Maybe he's dancing, I don't know. But thanks for watching.